Did you guys decide to do it together from jump? Did somebody else start it? Let's kind of get the beginnings of your business, man. I'm super interested.
And for those that don't know too, like explain what it is. Like
Okay.
give us the
Yes.
details.
We own a drug testing clinic here in San Antonio on the east side. It's called Texas Drug Screens. We thought of it, open up a business. My family, my mother has one, South Texas, successful one. And we were playing overseas. She was working in another business. And we just decided, hey, need something when I get done playing. Let's both open up a clinic in San Antonio and run it.
Yeah, I had ran a different business prior about like debt settlement and stuff like that. So I had experience running a business, and he was going to be done with basketball somewhat soon. So we just thought he knew the industry a lot better because it's something his mom has always done. And so when we just talked about it, and then at some point I decided I was ready to sell the other business and move on with this one because I did like the idea of this clinic instead. And then we just kind of got to it. We did it before he retired because we wanted to not just stop everything and jump into it.
You know how when you start a business, the first couple years, first 3 years, you're back. So, hey, I got to be
understand.
She needs to run the clinic. We need to make, teamwork. Bring something in while feed this one, It
was a process too. The beginning was actually we were scammed out of $10,000 from a contractor. And it was just so horrible. It was crazy. And he ended up having to go overseas for a little bit during a lot of that time. And so I was just trying to figure it out. My dad would help me. I would call him, but I didn't want to like bombard him with all the issues.
I'm 14 hours ahead, 16 hours ahead.
Yeah. So I was just trying to figure it out. And I just remember sitting in that clinic because we were doing a build out for the clinic. We had to add rooms and that's where the contractor kind of screwed us. But we ended up getting it done. But that was probably the most difficult thing. I remember sitting in that clinic with the no walls up yet, thinking there's no way I'm going to get through this because I had to figure out how to do get a permit, commercial permit, without a contractor yet because we're still interviewing new contractors, and that seemed impossible because I didn't know anything. I didn't know what a door schedule meant. I didn't know anything about what the specifics were. So the amount of times I had to go down to the city back and forth and sit with these people and try to figure this out. It felt like it was never going to end.
It's difficult to get any permits for anything. So.
Yeah, but then we ended up getting it. It was the best day ever. So then we moved forward. But it was a struggle for sure. But it's worth it, and it shows you just businesses aren't that easy to start, obviously, and even
especially I feel we have done 2 build outs with our business, and technically 3, but one ended up not working out because of the contractor. So we had to do this whole entire lawsuit, entire thing. So grateful that it didn't work out. I'm very grateful it didn't. But it's like people see the business, but they don't understand getting just the build out, how stressful that is. I'm like, you're talking and I'm like, oh, I feel so bad.
Yeah, I was starting to sweat when she was talking about it.
You're like, I'm gonna have PTSD.
I'm like, I get that. And those little things of just going to the city and getting permits for things and being that's so real, and things that you just don't see, right? You just see the finished product.
Yeah, 100%.
And I'm doing that alone. So that's it just, I don't know. I always like to think of everything as lessons, right? So it's you just learned a lot of lessons during that.
Definitely.
Oh, I sure did.
She was very sad, and when I was overseas, so I flew back to surprise her, and she was in the clinic painting.
I was painting with the doors locked before we were open.
I go in there, and she just drops down and starts crying.
I know,
give her
it's
a
so
hug.
sweet.
It was a surreal moment. It was I came back, help her. Let's get this on the road, and
it was great. Yeah, it was awesome.
It was a great moment.